We got a fun one today. In the studio, Patrick Betdavid from Valutainment
You got it.
Media. Patrick hit gold with a YouTube video that has 30 million views. I mean, this is serious, and your name's not Bieber. I mean, when you can do that, it's just awesome. Welcome to the show, Patrick. I'm so happy to have you.
Good to be on with you, Tommy.
No, it's very cool stuff. So you've got a story here, and it's an amazing story. Your family, they're immigrants to America. You know, you came here at 10 years old. Mm-hmm. Did your family shape you? What shaped you to get you here?
So, I mean, I'm a revolution baby. I'm a 1978 October baby, which is the peak of the revolution in Iran. 4 months after that, the Shah was in exile. We lived there 10 years through the whole war between Iran and Iraq. Mm-hmm. 6 weeks after Khomeini died on July 15 at 89, we went to Germany. I lived in Germany at a refugee camp for 2 years. And then after Germany, we came to the States, to Glendale, California. That's how the whole thing got started.
I mean, that's an amazing story that you can, because we're sitting here in a studio in Dallas, Texas. And to think about, I mean, personally, I can't even imagine. I grew up in a little, bubble in South Texas, which you've had to go through in life. So it's pretty exciting. And I just, to hear that story is phenomenal. And then to hear the successes that you've had, how in the world, before we even get to the videos, and you were in the military, airborne, the 101st Airborne Division?
Yeah, I served there for
Pretty
3
sexy.
years. Had a great time. Phenomenal time those 3 years. We worked hard. We partied hard. Lots of good stories.
So, all right, you go to the military.
Yep.
Obviously, you got serious structure in your life. You come out of the military. How did that affect your current business life?
Yeah, so that's a good question. When I got out of the military, joining the military for me was a way out, because in high school I had a 1.8 GPA, so I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I liked the subject math, so when he's talking about stock tips here, I used to be a financial advisor with Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. But for me, I got out of the military. My plan was to pursue bodybuilding. I was going to be the next Middle Eastern Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Olympia, Hollywood, marry Kennedy, run for governor. That was some of the plans. And then 3 years later, hit some rough spots with my career. I was about to join back into the military. I met a girl who was working at Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. She introduced me to Morgan Stanley. I got started a day before 9/11. My first day at work was 9/10. Following day is 9/11. Morgan Stanley's headquarters is in World Trade Center, 3,600 employees. I'm getting my Series 766. Jesus. And then that's how my entire career in business got started, with Morgan Stanley. Was there for about a year, left, went to Transamerican, and after Transamerican, October of 2009, started a firm out of Northridge, California, with about 66 agents, called PHP Agency, selling insurance and retirement products, annuities. You've heard about PHP Agency?
I know,
yeah, okay. So started out of one office, and then next thing you know, fast forward 7.5 years later, we have 4,300 agents in 49 states, Jesus, including Puerto Rico. If Puerto Rico is still going to be around, that's roughly the story.
Patrick, we're going to catch up more on it on the other side of this commercial.
Sounds good.
So we'll be right back with CEO Money and with Patrick, and we're going to drill down into more of your life.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, welcome back to CEO Money. I'm here with Patrick Betdavid from Valutainment Media. And we were talking in the segment earlier about more about your career in the military, and then as in the capital realm.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, what provoked you to start creating YouTube videos? What was it, the 90-second entrepreneur?
Yes.
Is that the one that got the 30 million?
That's the one that got the 30 million. So Valutainment was started purely accidental. Initially, one of my guys said, "Pat, why don't you start making videos called 2 Minutes with Pat?" I think we did 50 episodes. Not a single one of them was 2 minutes. They were 7 minutes. I said, we can't do this 2 minutes with Pat in 7 minutes. The math doesn't make sense. So we changed it to Valutainment. And then we started producing videos on entrepreneurship, on business. And next thing you know, the traction came, the following came. We've had roughly 200 million minutes listened and watched on YouTube. And now it turned into a 386,000 subscriber channel. Never did we think it was going to get to this point, but it's been an exciting journey so far.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
No, that's because people, it's so funny, everybody with a phone, they're all thinking they're going to become YouTube overnight successes. You're living it. You're living the success. And what is really awesome is you really have a passion for something you're pushing towards, and that's really helping shape the new generation of leaders. You're taking the values and things that you've learned, I'm sure, from your family as well in the military, and now you want to pass that on. Why? Why are you passionate about these things?
So here's the funny part. How much time do we have? Give me 2 or 3 minutes.
You got about 4.5 hours.
So let me tell you the funny part of my personal life. My mother's family, they're all communists. My dad's family, they believed in imperialism. And if you know the two, it's complete opposite, right? And I'm growing up in Iran, and a lot of people like to watch these debates between presidents. The best debates I ever watched in my life was between my mom and my dad during dinner time. Nothing tops those debates. So I grew up, one side said rich people are greedy, communist side. They believed in Karl Marx, Communist Manifesto. On my dad's side, he said poor people are lazy. So you have no idea who's right. Are rich people greedy or poor people lazy? I couldn't really figure this out. So I came to the States. And over here, I realized, the dream that we have in America. No one comes to America for Section 8. No one comes to America for Social Security. No one comes to America for Obamacare or health care, whatever you want to, Affordable Health Care Act. People come to America for the American dream, and the American dream starts with entrepreneurship, not home ownership. Real estate folks have done a very, very good job convincing you and I that the American dream starts with that key. When we open a door, we're finally living the American dream. I think the American dream starts with entrepreneurship. Today, the benefit of having access to social media is I have a massive following from Iran who listen to the content underground. They don't even use the technology that they have to use a different VPN to be able to listen to YouTube. They're using it in China. They're using it in Venezuela, places that you don't have access to these sorts of things. And you and I both know the value of capitalism. And so I became a big advocate of it because it completely changed my life.
That's so powerful. You're spot on. The amazing thing, and that we're really, really cute on here, is the American dream. And it's not, people aren't looking for a handout. You give them a hand up, not a handout, and it'll change their life. Because, what you're teaching in being an entrepreneur is so important. And all they have to do is log on for a minute and get a taste of it. And understand that anybody, you came here with nothing. You came here and built a company and built yourself up, and that's one of the most exciting things I've ever heard. And in launching Valutainment, I think you're really onto something. And with the passion you have to inspire people, please keep yelling from that mountaintop. And I love that in the other countries how you're affecting them.
Yes.
Because that's the difference. People if they get a taste of it and they understand the dream, they're not going to hate us.
It's so amazing you say that. Sometimes when you have your father around, we take him for granted. When our father passes away, we start realizing how much we miss that man or the mother, whoever it is that we have a very strong affinity with. Gotcha. I think Americans have completely forgotten how insane of a system capitalism is. And other countries are so envious and jealous of the fact that we have it. But sometimes in America, people don't take advantage of it. So it's great to see other folks around the world saying, man, please help us have this system here in America or help me get somehow to America. And that's capitalism.
Yes. And when you, like I said, you can support your family, it feels pretty damn good. So it's really been special having you on the show. We didn't have enough time. 4.5 hours went by so fast. But I do want to know, tell people how they can reach you and communicate and see your videos, and because I know you talk to them, people all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you go on YouTube, you type in the word entrepreneur, you'll see Valutainment right off the bat. It's a red logo with a lion. If you want to follow me and send messages, I respond to Snapchat and Instagram. You can find me, Patrick Betdavid. That's Patrick, Patrick, Betdavid, Betdavid. I'm pretty easy to be found online.
Okay, just real quick, because they just told me I got a little more time so we can have some fun.
Nice.
What's next for you? What would you really, how are you going to change the world?
I truly believe, Tommy, I truly, when I tell you this, I 100% believe the solution to 90% of the challenges we have in America can be solved by small business owners. I really believe that. I really believe if you and I wanted to solve, I was in Harvard last year, went to Harvard Business School for their OPM program, Owner President Management program that they have. And one guy gets up on stage and he says, hey, let me tell you what business we started. We have figured out a way how to fix the water issue in Africa. And I said, really? How are you guys figuring this out? He says, well, we're making water out of air. So he shows these plants that they've created. They're making water out of air because entrepreneurs came together and they said, let's fix this water problem. He shows the plant. He says, with this, we get 10 million tons of water. If we produce this, it's $100 million per. So look, the point I'm saying to you is let's pick any problem in the world that we're facing.
Right.
Put a room of the top 5, top 10 best minds and entrepreneurs, give them a marker and a board, give them 2 days, and they'll figure that thing out within 2 to 3 days.
It's crazy. Why weren't we doing that sooner? Patrick Betdavid, Valutainment Media. Thank you so much. It's been a blast having you on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.